Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti has his 5 phase, Agora Murti has his 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has his 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam has made science of power manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam and Nityananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas, exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva Gana. All the Shiva Ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva.
When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nityananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Nityananda Jnanapatati, for the power of materialization. Let's go to the powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang on Bhagavad Gita Decoded. Please be very clear. Our understanding about death influence our whole social structure, our whole thinking system, our whole mentality can be transformed with the right understanding about death. I gave single example about how the idea of reincarnation influenced Eastern society and how the idea of one birth influenced the Western society. Though sense of such example can be given, the idea and the understanding of the death is much more important than the understanding of life. Whether we understand life or not, it remains the same. But the moment we understand about death, the whole quality of our life changes and our consciousness changes. The moment we realize the truth of death, if we experience even an intellectual understanding of death, it is enough to transform our whole way of thinking. That is why the moment we think of Yama, the god of death, our whole life has Yama, or the Sanskrit word for Yama, discipline. Yama means both death and discipline. Such a powerful cognition Bhagavan is giving. The moment we realize the truth of death, if we experience even an intellectual understanding of death, it is enough to transform the whole life, the way of thinking. That is why the moment we think of Yama, the god of destroyer, the god of death, our whole life has Yama or discipline, and the Sanskrit word Yama means both death and discipline. Bhagavan beautifully gives a very powerful cognition, the shift in the way we think about death we will be living, the Western versus Eastern. We are eternal and we reincarnate is the way we exist. The Western believes they just have one life and that's it. Here, Bhagavan gives a very powerful cognition to understand the truth of death. With that, let's go to the Shastra Pramana for manifesting the power of materialization.
Taken from the Spanda Karika, section 3 of Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4 and 3.5. Yatha hi arto sputo drishta savadhane pichetasi bhuyah sputataro bhati स्वबलोद्योगभावितः तथा यत्परमार्थेन येन यत्र यथा स्थितं तत्तथा बलमाक्रम्य न चिरात् सम्प्रवर्तते.
Spandakarika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda 3.4, 3.5. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, indeed, just as an object which is in spite of all the attentiveness of the mind is perceived and seen indistinctly at first, then appears and manifests more distinctly and clearly when observed with the strength of one's visual power. Bhagavan beautifully says about the death. The more we understand about the death, we'll understand about the life. Death brings us more clarity to life. Bhagavan constantly says, every time we have an experience of the pain, we are experiencing the essence of death. If we understand that death is happening continuously for every breath that we breathe, we'll understand that death brings us more and more clarity to life. Why we are living, what we are doing, what needs to be happening for our eternal presence, how we are going to exist. This is not like 20 years, 30 years, even 70, 80 years that we exist, but we are going to be eternally there. Bhagavan says 3 levels. First level, that we understand the prarabdha karma, the one which we are, our desires now. And the next level of how we exist as the desires of all the birth from the time we remember, like a plant and animals and all that. And there is third level of how we exist from the time the Big Bang happened as amoeba and fishes or whatever, the very, very core of that. And we are going to be here for eternal. Nothing can be destroyed. It can be only transformed. So beautiful, Bhagavan tells us how we exist eternal. What is present when we are in deep sleep? What is present when we are in dream state? What is present when we are a waking state? All the three is the awakened Paramashiva. That is the true state, which is the awakened state. Turiyatita, heightened intelligence. Feeling available everywhere. The presence everywhere. And starting to live in the present moment. The Kundalini awakening to the transcendental state, the highest possible of human being, and continuously living in that space and going deeper will awaken us into the Turiyatita, which is the consciousness, which is the Samadhi. Bhagavan talks about so many Samadhis. Here he talks about death. A Samadhi is beyond death. There is no death. If that is there, we don't have to go through the birth and death cycle, but it'll be like the happenings, how we can just merge into the ultimate. Manikavasagar Andal, so many of them just went and merged into the deity, became the oneness. Andal did not want to even leave her body. At 16 years, she just went and merged into Vishnu. Such a beautiful possibility in human being exists. And Bhagwan wants us to understand, looking into the death, we'll start looking at ourselves for the higher way of existence. Instead of the poor low conscious fighting for the positions or people, we can raise ourselves to start living the higher reality where the conquering of death happens just by mere understanding that we cannot be violated, we cannot be killed, we cannot disappear. We exist in different form and come back as human and again go back till we get liberated from the incompletions that we are holding, which becomes more priority. That's why Bhagavan says, if you understand death, you will understand the divinity in you will wake you up to the eternal space, which will be more important than the mere fights or incompletions or problems and issues, which is going to be there constantly for everyone. But going beyond that, looking at the divinity space and deciding to be that as an important part of your life, you can break the death and birth cycle and understand the higher way of existence. Such a powerful cognition from Bhagavan. Let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, Saint Sundara Nayanar visited this place, Sri Agnishwara temple, to worship the Lord and wanted to get some money from him. The Nayanar wanted this money for his wife, Paravai Nachiyar in Thiruvarur. At this time, this temple was undergoing some renovation after worship. He wanted to take some rest sometime. He kept few bricks to support his head and took a nap. On waking up, he found that the bricks were converted into golden blocks by Lord Agnishwara grace. The saint was overwhelmed with a joy and rendered his padalgal, his songs. This is in Periya Puranam, Sundaramurti Nayanar. The Apta Pramana, where Sundarar goes and lies down on the bricks
செங்கற்களை கொண்டு தலையணை அமைத்து
and he was sleeping on the bricks in the night. When he got up in the morning, the bricks were gold. And to a great shock, he was so happy and he goes and prays and thanks and sings on Shiva for his compassion. Let's go to the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, Bhagwan went to Himalayas. He stayed with a Naga Sadhu for 3 days. And Naga Sadhu was taking ganja. And he used to put in his pipe the copper coins and inhale the ganja. And when he emptied, it will be gold coin. Bhagwan beautifully says, very playfully, laughing way, he just threw in air his mouth on my face. He just did poo. Very casually, playfully. I don't know how you would understand or believe. 3 days I was in ecstasy, continuously 3 days in bliss. Of course, after the few days, he left, nor they know his name or they know any detail. But the alchemy science, changing the iron, copper, or other lower metals into higher level metals. That is what is the process called alchemy. Solidifying mercury just by pure energy. How they do? I asked him, Baba, how do you do? The one more strange thing he doesn't know, I have not introduced myself as South India. He suddenly spoke to me in Tamil. He told very clearly, Angam Palta. He spoke in Tamil. He said, Angam Palta Tangam Palkum, which means if your inner space ripens, your outer space, the metal will become gold. I did not understand, and then after a few days, he was explaining once to a man who came, transform your lower energy base energy into spiritual energy. He can vibrate, verily convert the base metal into gold. It is inner alchemy which makes the outer alchemy possible. If you have mastered the inner alchemy, the outer alchemy is nothing from lust to love. Is the ultimate alchemy. Alchemy means changing the base things into the higher things. If you are changing the base metal into higher metal, you know the alchemy of metal. If you are changing mercury into solidified mercury, you know the alchemy of mercury. If you're changing lust to love, you know that you have the ultimate alchemy. Let's move to the Shakshi Pramanas, who are the disciples, devotees initiated by Bhagavan, demonstrating the power of materialization, power to materialize gold on stone. So here you can see on the Atmalinga, clearly it is having a gold patch on it. Now with that, let's go to the instruction of manifesting the power of materialization and
We will now
Pratyaksha.
begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies on the avatar. Vedic science declares experientially that all aspects of the universe are consciousness. Matter is simply projected consciousness. Pure consciousness pervades everything, being potential with the bursting force of subtle vibration, spanda, quality of Shiva, until there is an emergent manifestation of the energy which is called Shakti. The supreme pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam. It is important to realize that Sri Nityananda Paramashivam is the only avatar who has agreed to be scientifically evaluated, both in terms of his own body as well as the changes he brings about in other beings. However, it is astonishing to note that his avataric attributes and powers are exactly as defined by the 5,000 years old Hindu yogic science after extensive observation and study. Now it is being tested and proven by modern science also. So now, let us take a look at how these scientific studies present the measuring effects of being in the enlightenment state through the very imaging brain activity of Bhagwan himself, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, who we lovingly address as Swamiji. Swamiji himself has been the subject of scientific studies since 2004, and over the past decade, an enormous amount of data about not only his altered states of neurophysiology, but that of his disciples as well, has continued to be recorded. This impressive array of data will be presented systematically now as the Pratyaksha Pramana. In 2004, a team of scientists led by Dr. Murali Krishna MD, President, Integris Mental Health Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, USA, conducted a series of state-of-the-art tests, including a PET scan, to study Swamiji's neurological system. Using the advanced technology of positron emission tomography or PET scan, the activity of Swamiji's brain in the state of samadhi was studied in details. There was a significant enhancement in activity of the lower portion of the mesial frontal area of the cerebral cortex. This region is the starting point of the Anya chakra, or what we call as the third eye, and connects to the limbic system and rest of the cerebral cortex. At the same time, the rest of the cerebral cortex was in the complete state of rest. So now let us take a look at the imaging brain activity. The very results of Swamiji's PET scan test were stunning. The dominant hemisphere of Swamiji's brain was more than 90% shut down. It was as if Swamiji's brain had packed and gone on vacation. It was quiet and still, completely at peace, and Swami had made it at will. The region which is the starting point of the Anya chakra or the third eye, the lower portion of its mesial frontal area, lighted up in a very significant way. When we later asked Swami, what was he doing? when the mesial frontal lobes lighten up, and he said he was opening his third eye. The third eye is considered by many to be the seat of the soul. Were we seeing an indication that deep meditation can open an area of the brain responsible for communicating with the divine, looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation? The PET scan revealed what Dr. Murali calls the brain D spot, standing for delight, the divine, or even dopamine, the chemical through which our bodies experience pleasure. Initial indications are that meditation can stimulate it. Source of this research in details can be studied and found in the Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, Introduction, page 47. Science now shows and knows that both the electrons which spin in the energy field located around the nucleus of the atom and the nucleus itself are made up of nothing more than the oscillating energy grids. Solid matter, in the strict construction of the term, simply does not exist. Source is Project Stargate under Consciousness and Energy. Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam not only demonstrates all attributions and power of an avatar, but has also successfully transmitted many of them to thousands of disciples through the simple process of initiation or entanglement. Swamiji is the bridge between the invisible, ancient world of mysticism and the modern, visible world of science and discovery.
Power, materialization. Power 16. Power to materialize gold on stones. Setting up. Before entering into the power manifestation process, please ensure to have the following with you. Number 1, a camera with timestamp. Number 2, Jnana Anjana. Number 3, a stone. Now please take a few moments to set up your camera. Step number 1, download timestamp app. Step number 2, click on video. Step number 3, ensure that time is shown on screen. Step number 4, make sure the camera is facing you. Please take a few minutes to set it up. Guidelines. Number 1, setup. Ensure that the stone has been wiped clean and free of dust and any particles. Zoom in and take a close photo shot of stone and place the stone in front of you. Number 2, if you have Jnana Anjana, apply it between your eyebrows. If you do not, bring your awareness to your eyebrow center. Number 3, start. Turn on the video and position your video camera recording zoomed in on the stone for the duration of the manifestation session. Number 4, sit in a comfortable position with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line and connect to the receiving space of gratitude. Number 5, now make a request to Paramashiva to manifest the materialization of gold on stones. No need to have any expectations, just keep holding the idea of receiving with gratitude for this opportunity to manifest. Number 6, sit for 21 minutes unclutching, zero thought, during the continuous chanting of the Mahavakya. Number 7, gently and continuously focus your awareness between your eyebrows. Number 8, when the Mahavakya ends, take a close look at your stones and bring them close to the camera to record the manifestation. Number 9, celebrate your manifestation with deep gratitude. Let us now listen to the spiritual guidelines.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagwan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. the neutral space between the two thoughts is too small, you think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space if living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, End result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्। Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process. Please ensure to thoroughly verify the following. Number 1. Verify that the time and date stamp appear on your video. Number 2. Verify that your video has a wide angle, horizontal view, and that your stone is in clear full view. Number 3. Verify that you have not edited your video in any way and that the camera has not moved. Number 4. Verify that your video recording is continuous, without stopping and restarting during the manifestation process. Number 5. Verify that gold is materialized physically before you on the stone on its own. Number 6. Verify the before and after timestamp photographs to capture the gold on stones. Now that the verification process is complete, the next instructions will show you how to upload and share your video. Thank you so much for your participation.
We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experience your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity, Bhagavan says. The quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Parameswaram Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapadati, Nityananda Jnanapadati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham